What's up? What's up? What's up? It's the MKP. It's the Dons. It's the MKP. Raheem in the building. It's the MKP. We got a Leah in the building. Mr. Make It Happen. It's the MKP.
Hey y'all.
It's the MKP. All day long.
Hey y'all.
It's the MKP.
Hey y'all.
It's the MKP.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to Ketchup Podcast, episode 61. We're going to be up in here until the club closes. You know what I'm saying? We up in this mug, with your host, Hayes Lofton. I'm that dude, a.k.a. Mr. Hayes Adonis. And I got my man, Raheem, as my co-host. What's going on?
Mr. Make It Happen all day long. Let's go.
And down below, as always, we have to have some perspective. And we got Aaliyah in the building.
Hey y'all.
Oh, the voice is back.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? That's, applause for the voice. The voice
is
back.
I'm
you know
back,
what I'm saying? Welcome.
Uncle Aaliyah, gone.
Hey, I didn't
You
say
lucky
it.
we rated PG-13.
Oh, we are not. Like,
Yeah,
I
at all.
can tell you right now, we have not been that at all.
All the way live.
Well, since we ain't PG-13,
Hey, y'all.
tickled your balls a little bit, didn't it? You like that deep voice, don't you?
Like a little rasp.
Well, you're right.
Well,
Little
you know what
snarl
I'm
in the
saying?
morning.
Like, who uncle is this?
Lord.
So for all y'all out there, hey, make sure that y'all hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Friend request us on Facebook at Ketchup Podcast. Do all that good stuff, man. We want to hear from y'all. We want y'all to be in the comments. Want to chat with y'all. Hit us up. And we there all day long, as my man said. We here all day long. We doing our thing. So, you know what I'm saying? Well, let's get started with it. Hey, man, Roz, how was your week?
Hey, man. Hey, look, I'm doing good this week. I'm going to be real with you. Keep it
Okay.
100.
All right. You had two bads. We back.
Oh, yeah. We back. We're doing good. I'm back coaching 8U. You know what I'm saying? I left the 12U East Orlando Prayers about the 8U East Orlando Prayers. Shout out to the 8U East Orlando Prayers. 33-0 win yesterday all day. You know what I'm saying?
Super tiny tots. Get
You know
it
what I'm saying? Shout out to the, you know what I'm saying? Like herding cats out there. Hey, shout out to the Florida Gators. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
On that W. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, also, I mean, when you talking about college football, shout out to He Ain't Swag.
You know,
Mr. He Ain't Swag.
He Ain't
Prime
Swag.
is in the building.
You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
go Buffaloes. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I said, Deion came in the top. We will not lose.
Yeah, I said to throw that in there.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Yeah, so yeah, definitely, man, bro. I had a good week. Very productive. Anytime a week is productive, you know what I'm saying, you're doing big things. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
So I like to say shout out to the 8U East Orlando Press, for doing their thing, man. And yeah, man, that's how the thing's been going this week, bro.
Good stuff. Aaliyah, you know what I'm saying? We already know you succeeded in that one thing, got that voice back. So what else have you done this week? You know what I mean?
It's been good. I built 1.5 bookcases from IKEA. I moved about 300 books. Got about
done.
Hey, the question is, how many
cases done?
Yeah, how many screws left over? That's the question. You don't never get all the screws on IKEA.
Man, I tell you,
It's a shelf missing right now.
I better not make no mistake.
What?
One piece upside down. I was like,
Yeah. You almost built kitchen cabinets. You don't know what the hell you was building.
I was like, this is too much stress. I'm taking a nap. So I got one put together. I pulled the other one out. I got one more to go. But like I said, I got to move like another 300, about 200-300 books over there so I can empty my old bookcase, put the new ones up, and then put all the books up there. So I'm getting there.
Eventually gonna look like you live there. That's good.
I know, right?
Yeah,
Especially since I ain't gonna say I ain't traveling no more.
Right
But
before she move out. Like she about to move out. She's like, oh shit, I gotta
look. We already know you lie about your traveling. We handled that on the last show.
I don't lie about it. I just be out. I just be like, oh, that sounds like
literally, it was the sentence after you was like, I ain't traveling no more. Be like, but when I go in,
yeah, I'm not traveling no more. But when I leave on the plane to another destination,
yeah, man, it be like that.
Yeah.
You know, I got a couple of emails to see what my 2024 travel schedule look like, and you know, we'll see. I mean, I got about 8 possibles right now, and
okay,
you make the cut. So
you got to keep your international correspondent game together. You know,
you know, what's happening out there. Meet the people.
Yeah, we got to know what's happening. You know, spread that Men Ketchup podcast around. You know, so
I don't know about that. That sounds
no. I mean, look, that ain't you acting like it's an STD. Like we
ain't spreading mint ketchup. I don't think that's.
I mean, like,
hey, that's.
Bro, that mint ketchup.
Hey,
you fuck around and gave me that mint ketchup. Like what?
Hey. Sometimes you gotta slap a little mint ketchup on your face.
I'm working.
Mint ketchup.
We had good weather all weekend. Today is kind of dreary, so I said I'm going to make it a point to get one of these bookcases together since I ain't going outside. But you know,
dreary weather gets work done. Remember that.
Yeah, hurricanes.
Sure do.
Hey, for sure, man. But my week was pretty decent. Out there working, man. We got an exercise coming up next week, so I'm about to be at work like a mug all day long. I'm gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be on that joint. So we about to see what happens, but I'm excited about to go out here, make sure everything's good to go. People are doing what they need to do, and make sure that they are top notch in the field that we be out here doing for the Air Force. So it's gonna be a good time, having a good time out there. Got to visit the daughter, the little home. What was it? The little welcome home deal. You know what I'm saying? They just got a new place, so we drove down the Naples area down there, southern Florida. And we're down there having a good time. Daughter cooked a nice meal. She got the chef in jeans for me and the wife. So it was cool, man. We had a good time. You know what I'm saying? So we had a good time down there. And what else did I do? I think that's about it, man. Watching football today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey,
Colts got the W. You know what I'm saying? So it's representing. Colts got the little dub. And then also, once again, got to throw a little shout out to Coach Prime, man. He be out there doing the day.
Yeah, man. I'm happy for him. You know what I'm saying?
He turning slights into money. So if y'all ain't here, the coach out there did a little slight about take your hat off, don't have your sunglasses on. And then when he did that, Dion happened to have a sunglasses company that was a part of his little deal. They happened to sell like $1.2 million worth of sunglasses after the dude said that. So you know what I'm saying? Hey, that's how you know what I'm saying? That's how you turn it around. That's how you win out there. That's how you win, doing big things. So
and Dion always winning. You know what I'm saying? So
always winning. So we gonna keep this thing rolling real quick out here. So we did figure out how your week's going, but also we gotta do the drink of the day.
Let's get it.
Since we had no videos, I kept it real simple. I just said rum and coke. I got a little Bacardi over here. I got some cola, man. I'm mixing that. Ross, what you got?
Hey, bro. So I was supposed to do a video today, and I apologize. Time got away from me, whatever. I even talked to the bartender on hand, the in-house bartender, to get information on how to make a decent drink. You know what I'm saying? Was going to the store to buy me some bitters. You know what I'm saying? I don't need bitters. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to buy these bitters. You know what I'm saying? These hickory charred bitters on there.
It's chicory pecan, and they don't sell that at the store.
Oh, my bad. So anyway, so all y'all that's out there that's bitter about it, I didn't make it happen. So what I got was I got my pineapple rum. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I got pineapple rum with my grenadine. Look, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a pineapple sunrise. I made that up on the spot. Watch it.
You did.
You really did.
You did, because that's
boom.
There it is.
Look, pineapple sunrise. It's gonna rise. Don't worry.
You need a little spoon there.
Yeah. No. I'm trying to get it to rise. You put the grenadine down the side and it goes to the bottom and then
that's
it rises.
Not how that works.
It did. I googled that. Tell me how to. Look. Started from the bottom. Now we here.
You know, we got Roz with the remix. So well, talk to us. The bartender that's right here, man. What'd you bring?
So, as usual, I'm doing a gin and tonic today.
Okay, gin and tonic.
Gin and tonic. I know I said this a while back. I am a huge fan of Hendrix Gin. I tried their Flora Adora brand. I don't particularly care for this. I like my gin to be a little more herbal. This is more floral. So to combat that, I went to the lab, mixed up some kiwi simple syrup, and now I am drinking a gin and tonic with kiwi simple syrup.
Okay,
so
there you
go. You said Dora the Explorer got a lick out? I knew she was getting old. Yeah.
You know what I'm telling you, you better go and get that put in, buddy.
Swiper, no swiping.
You know what I'm saying?
No swiping.
Can't find your boots, none of that.
But no, it was pretty. I mean, it's pretty good. When I get a little when I start, my attention is being called to the kitchen area to start, moving these pots around and start getting creative. I know it's time for me to get back in the lab. So
all right.
Pretty soon I'll be back in the lab. So stay tuned.
Let's go.
Because you are the only bartender on here.
We just be making up.
Yeah, as we go. We just make it up as we go.
Oh.
And I ain't never not get tipsy off none of this stuff I done made. So whatever.
As long as we got a lick in it, I think you'll be all right.
Yeah,
you'll be all right.
You'll be all right. For everybody that's out there, like I said, I got a little rum and coke. Roz, he made a
pineapple sunrise,
and then we got a gin and tonic with a little kiwi twist on it. So cheers up to everybody out there. Listen to Mint Ketchup Podcast. Make sure that you are safe when you are drinking. Don't be drinking and driving. That's not good. We do not condone that here at the Mint Ketchup Podcast. But enjoy your drinks. Cheers, everyone.
Ketchup anyway.
Yeah, that's true. So now we're gonna keep it moving. We're moving on to the news of the week, and I'm gonna start out with Irish Grinstead.
Yes.
702 passed away at the age of 43. We want to, send our condolences out. 702 used to do their thing back in the day. What it was like late 90s, 2000s.
Yeah.
702 was a wonderful group. Had a few hits out there that they were out there doing a thing. People like Missy Elliott sent condolences to their group. They had a wonderful album that featured the song "Where My Girls At." Everybody know that. Where my girls at, front of to back, and you're feeling that. You know what I'm saying? So they were.
Go ahead and put your one hand up.
Yeah. One hand, you gotta put the one hand thing. You know what I'm saying? They won.
Promises. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, they won some BET awards. They won Soul Train Ladies Soul Awards, and they also won Best R&B Album of the Year by a group, band, or duo. So it was one of those things where it's unfortunate that member of the group had left. Is there any other songs from 702 that Aaliyah? Any other knowledge of 702 or some hits or memories that you had?
No, honestly, when I heard the news, the first thing I thought was, she been died. But that's not no. Hear me out. That's not true. It wasn't true. When I heard it was because initially, before they came out as we know them on the scene, it was her twin sister, and I think their cousin. And the twin sister died of some kind of health. But in my mind, it was like, that's why the group never came out, because she had already died. Her sister name was Irish or something, Orish or something like that. So when I heard, Irish, I'm like, she been died. So it took me a minute to be like, oh yeah, that's right. That's why they had the whole renaming of the group, redoing everything like that. And then they were on the scene, they popped off, and then they came back. It was the cousin and not the twin sister. So I cannot imagine. I cannot imagine being that age, because I ain't but a year older, but I cannot imagine being 43, 44 and thinking like that. You know what I mean? So I can't fathom at all what she went through. And, my condolences for, to her family. But at the same time, being in a situation where you see someone who's sick or is chronically ill or who just has some sort of degenerative disease, it's just like, not to say you're rushing it, but you don't want that person to suffer longer than they have to. So, as far as I'm concerned, her family says she passed in peace. My condolences. Take care of your health.
Yeah, for sure. Roz, what do you got anything?
Yeah, so when did she pass away? What was her?
It never said anything. It just said health conditions. But I know there was something going on. Like her sister had passed from some random hepatitis or another. Like something happened and she wound up contracting like hepatitis, and that's how she died. So I don't know if they both had it. I don't know if, you know what I mean, one had it, not the other. I mean, this day and age, I hear more and more people my age are not even developing, but discovering that they have lupus, or discovering that they have, you know what I mean, cancer. You know what I mean? When we were younger, only old people got cancer. You know what I'm saying? Now you got cancer literally left it. You got cancer everywhere and you don't even know it. And it's just like, take care of your health. You do not, like, what is the point and purpose in getting a job for the benefits and you never use them?
Yeah, for sure. Especially in our community, we got to make sure that we go out there and make sure that we take care of ourselves. Know your family history of some sort, like whatever, so you can make sure that you can do preventive medicines and things of that nature to protect yourself. So, go ahead.
I was gonna say this, man. Honestly, and this is not being funny, but real talk. Like, make sure if something hurts, go to the doctor. And I say that because of this. For so many years in my life, playing football, being in the military, blah blah blah, I've hurt stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then I go to the doctor years later. It's like, oh, you broke this, such. Like, I've had broken bones that I never went to the doctor for. Yeah. And you can tell, like, doctor, from your history when they do MRIs, they do X-rays, blah blah blah. But oh, this was broke at some point in time. I've had a lot of stuff broken. I had a shoulder surgery just a couple years ago, and the doctor, when he was like, man, so like, look like you ran into it, like he jumped out of the car doing 50 miles per hour. He said, there's a lot of stuff. He said, you didn't just do this. He said, how did you? And so it just came from me not listening to my body, being, especially men and a lot of black men.
Prostate cancer is I mean, the statistics on prostate cancer alone is just like,
and it's and I will say this, and real, like I said, I always say real talk, but it's only, I would say, 10 seconds of discomfort to make sure that your life is not good. Because I had a prostate exam. I've had
it was only 10 seconds.
10 seconds of sexual stuff.
No. So was that an exam?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Continue. I was distracted.
That's why black men can't be out here.
Yeah. So when somebody grab your nuts and tell you to cough, or when somebody stick their finger in your situation, hey,
you sit in your situation.
I'm just surprised, like, it's not longer. I would think that would be a higher number.
If it's longer than that, y'all in a sexual relationship. That's what that shit is. Yeah, if it's longer than that, y'all ass is in a relationship. Like, for real. So, but it's funny because when I got mine, I did my exam. I had my listen, girl. I had my checkup. I had my checkup scheduled or whatever. So when I went in, he was like, "Well," he said, "Is African American men need to have, after they're 40, they should have an exam, saying prostate or whatever, blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Okay, then, what I'm saying. So what we gotta do?" And the first thing he said was, "Turn around and drop them." Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? It's like, there's certain shit you got to ease into. You can't just, what I'm saying? Certain things you got to ease your mind for before you can't just walk into the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I would do,
especially if you just came in and you said your knee hurt, and then you just asked the question, and then he's like, "Hold up, well, I guess we doing this now." Like, wow.
if I'd known it 2 weeks earlier, I could have had a drink before I came, smoke one or something.
Wait a minute.
I'm good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Go and get it over with. No, player, you can't just. But anyway, a lot of men are not comfortable with their sexuality, and that's a lot of reason why they don't want, to get certain things done. But certain things got to be done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like certain things, you know what I'm saying? Somebody grab your balls and tell you to cough. It's another grown ass man grabbing your nuts. It ain't comfortable. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Or when somebody says,
unless it is comfortable. I don't know.
I'm about to say, you don't know.
Yeah, I know it ain't comfortable for me. Now, some dudes, I don't know. They might be like, "Hey, do what you do." But when a doc do like this, and pop them gloves and put that ornament on there,
we don't need that much detail. I'm in the wrong office. He do that.
Hey, and don't fuck around and have an African doctor with big hands. It's old for you, man.
Like, I'm in the wrong office for that joint.
Like, damn. Hell no, Mutombo. You're not gonna put. We're not doing this exam today. You better go get Steve. Go get Paul.
Well, that's enough. I'm gonna say that's enough about. We're gonna ride on the health game. We went no pun intended. We went pretty deep on that one. So we gonna stay away from. That guy, yeah. But anyways, take care of your health, guys. That's all we trying to say. Make sure that you take care of your health, male, females. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they take care of your health because it's all beneficial.
Females
add years to your life by making sure that you take care of yourself and don't be scared of the situation. You know what I'm saying? So
yes, females get
like you said 10 seconds. You got 10 seconds. That's all.
Y'all got shit that lay dormant in y'all shit. Y'all make sure you go get that shit checked.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Make sure your joint's good. Well, and to move on from that, you know what I'm saying? To move on from that, did anybody pay attention to the MTV Video Music Awards? So the Video Music Awards took place earlier this week on the 12th. They had a lot going on. You had things like Cardi B and Nicki Minaj's husbands kind of getting at it a little bit, trying to talk some junk and, beefity beef game. You had, you also, as of songs and stuff out there, Taylor Swift was winning everything, but you had Best New Artist video that won, and that was Ice Spice, 10,000 Projects. Her little piece won. You also had Karol G and Shakira with TQG, got the best collaboration. And you had things like, what else was in here? Yeah, R&B, it was SZA with Shirt. Mm-hmm. And then you had Nicki Minaj with Super Freaky Girl for best hip hop. So best hip hop video out there. So, so some of the people that was in the hip hop video category, you had Metro Boomin featuring Future, which was Superhero. So that was from the Miles Morales Spider-Man movie. You had Lil Wayne's Swiss Beats and DMX with Can't Nobody, Little Uzi Vert. You know what I'm saying? I just want to rock. That was one of those. Gorilla and Cardi B tomorrow too. DJ Khaled, Staying Alive, and Diddy, Bryson Tiller, Shanti Young, Miami. Gotta move on. So those were some of the videos that were in the best hip hop, and Nicki Minaj pulled that off. Have you seen any of these videos, Roz? Have you seen any of these videos?
Not. Look, I'm gonna tell you like we say in the South, not a damn one. I ain't seen not a damn video.
I feel like the video game, like Aaliyah. Have you seen any of them?
Y'all know I don't watch TV.
Look, okay, all right.
I didn't
still think they still had videos. Music videos.
You look at YouTube, don't you? You know they
every
own
now
it.
and then.
I'm just saying,
I don't really look at YouTube.
I go to YouTube to learn how to do stuff. I can do prostate exams.
Educational apparatus. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I learned how to do prostate exams. I learned how to do, put wheels on a car. I learned how to do, I can put memes. I can make memes. I can do
what the best
plan for teachers.
Better,
I can do your taxes. You know what I'm saying? I just be on there learning shit. You see what kind of creatures down in Mexico that I got to look out for.
Got you. So you use YouTube for all positive purposes.
Well, I won't call it positive.
You could have just let me go with that and been like, yeah,
No.
but nah, you just put yourself out there. All
I
right,
ain't lying.
you know,
I use it for research purposes.
research.
Just,
There you
I
go,
mean,
research, science.
I use YouTube like I used to use encyclopedias.
Yeah,
For knowledge. I'm
how to
just
dig-
using it for
how to
knowledge.
dig tunnels under prisons.
So,
I can do that too.
so I mean, what have y'all heard about this wild Offset? You know what I'm saying, and Nicki Minaj's husband situation? Like, I feel like
That's crazy.
it's been kind of interesting on this because I guess they had a little DM situation where they was talking trash and whatnot. So our international correspondents are deep dive in the Instagram world. Let us know, you know what I'm saying? Let me know, Aaliyah, what the deal is.
I watched a few of the videos where he's out looking for him, and I watched, Offset's clap back when he getting off the jet saying, like, you broke. Are you out here on the streets looking for me? I'm in my jet. I'm in the next city on to the new things. I feel like what transpired. It was a back and forth. I don't think it's somebody within that camp, within both of their camps, because I don't think Offset just be in his DMs responding to random people he don't know. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't see a link where he would even have a rhyme, reason, or cause to talk to Nicki Minaj husband.
Right.
They're like, their girls don't talk. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
It's not
right.
like, oh, he be at my house every now and then. My wife is enemies with your wife. Why the fuck am I talking to you? And then why are you dragging me into some of this bullshit? Because clearly everybody know you're a child molester or sex offender. Yeah, registered.
Okay, we're gonna talk about sex offenders.
But you got a lot of shit going on, and I'm not on that broke shit. Like you are, I can't fathom that. There is no way in hell you can tell me you don't like me and think I'm gonna meet you on the street to fight you. I'll tell you, we're not PG-13, right?
yeah. I don't know, Roz. What? I mean, I feel like because plus he's not like you have Cardi B and Offset. They're in the industry. You got Nicki Minaj in the industry doing things. At least they can battle on wax, as we used to say back in the day. You know what I mean, and whatnot against Nicki Minaj, but he ain't doing that. So all he got is I want to put hands on you, but then nobody's gonna respond to that. So it is kind of weird that the husband, as well as I would say Nicki Minaj, be like, "Yo, sit your ass down, just do
you
something
fucking
else."
with money.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Roz, what do you think about my man's play? As of being the husband, not in the game. It'd be different if it was like Papoose, where he can actually be like, "Yo, I'm about to give it to you." You know what I'm saying? I'm about to give it to you, but that'd be fire. But
that would be tight.
Aaliyah, let me say this before I answer. Hayes always asks me a question, then he go into a whole other segment before I can answer. He just asked me 2 times the same question. I ain't had a chance.
He's actually giving his opinion on something else. But
yeah, because I wasn't gonna give my opinion after you gave
Which is
yours.
cool, but I already forgot what I was gonna say twice. So
it's because he's old. You just gotta read the sentence and let him go.
Yeah. How about silence, Uncle?
Let's go.
So I think I like this. Like real talk. Like, first of all, both of y'all married to 2 of the hottest chicks in the game. Both of y'all got money, and he can't say that the man broke because he married to Nicki. So if Nicki got money, he got money.
Broke.
He not broke. First of all, let me finish. He's not broke.
I don't know his occupation.
That man not broke. He married to Nicki Minaj. He not broke. First of all, that's BS. You know what I'm saying? Just like if Nicki was married to him and he had the money, she wouldn't be broke because they're married. If it was the other way around and he had the money before Nicki would still have money because that's her husband. It's the same way. You know what I'm saying? Just female version.
Unless you sign a prenup, and we'll get that later on.
Exactly. So anyway, regardless of all that, they both got money. They both married to 2 of the hottest chicks in the game. You know what I'm saying? They both got money. They both got families. We grown ass men with kids. What are we arguing about? I'm not looking for you. Why am I looking for you? I'm doing because that's and honestly though, but that tells you the mentality. The mentality. Like you got a broke nigga mentality, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? You still in that broke nigga street mentality. You got paper now. You shop at a different locations. You know what I'm saying? Your jeans cost different prices now. You're not at Burlington no more. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So it is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? You in a different tax bracket. You can't.
That's what I'm saying.
I got a question.
You can't move the same.
I got a question. All right. So do you feel like Offset should have even responded due to the fact that, as you talked about, another tax bracket, why you doing those type of things? But we coming off of people doing those type of things, and one of the members of the Migos got killed because they was out doing those type of things. So I don't know if you can say mentality. Now he may have learned from that situation, and now
he wasn't with him though. He wasn't with him.
But it's still,
I would say
a situation of learning from.
It is true. I get what you're saying, and it is true. I'm right there with you because I'm back at my original point. It ain't no way in my big grown age that you cannot be 40. They 30 something. Well, let's just say this: you can't be over the age of fucking 30 and quite literally got a problem with somebody think about you or what somebody say about you. You about to keep your feelings about to stay fucking hurt for the rest of your damn life. Ain't no way in hell in my big grown age somebody going be in my DMs telling me they don't like me, they trying to see me about something. Let me go into my lawyer and get me a motherfucker.
Let me tell you, look, you know what my mom used to say? Don't never let anybody cuss you out on your phone. Like when you only had the home phone and somebody call you up and then start cussing you out, you hang up. Because it's my phone. Like, why am I listening to that?
Precisely my point. Precisely my point. Blocked because there's no way. There's no way. And like you said, we run in a different type of circle. We run in, you know what I'm saying? We run in different type of circles. We do different type of things. Like you said, he in the industry, the other dude not. I got shit going on over here that's going to fuck with my money. So I got to be careful with how I respond, how I react, and what I do. Exactly. All this, like you said, all this shit you doing over here is broke nigga shit that you trying to get on. I'm already in. What the fuck are you talking about? We're not doing it. It would have been as simple as that.
Yeah, and on top of that, so and you know, something my dad always told me too is like, you know, you can't argue with idiots. You know what I'm saying? You'll never win an argument with an idiot. Because you know what I'm saying, they only gonna see what they see. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude, but I'm gonna tell you what Offset did. Offset needed to make a statement only because of the mentality. His mentality is not where the other mentality is at, but his mentality is like, I'm gonna be petty. So guess what? I'm on a private jet. You know what I'm saying? I'm going, you're not looking for me because I'm on a private jet going somewhere else that matters. You know what I'm saying? That's more petty than anything. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I mentor young men and even tell my sons, you know, take 3 seconds before you do anything to make a decision. Before you make a bad decision, it takes 3 seconds to make a bad decision. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And somebody should have told her husband, like, hey, why are you out looking for somebody? Because first of all, because first of all, a lot of times when you look for that smoke, you find it. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of cats don't want to find that smoke. It's all smoke and mirrors. You know what I'm saying? You're a convict. First of all, you're a felon.
A convicted sex offender at that.
So, and you
on
out
video talking about you out here looking for somebody to do some harm.
Like, first of all, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm married to Nicki Minaj. I ain't got time to look for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, first of all, I'm
gonna keep her ass pregnant. Ain't no way.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, you know, hey, I ain't got time to be talking to you. Shit,
I'm always in bed.
Yeah, you with Cardi and I'm with Nicki. Like, we ain't got time to talk to each other. We got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like
I wouldn't be surprised if Cardi end up with another one before the end of next year.
Exactly.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But and that's the point. It's like your mentality needs to change. When you climb a ladder, there's certain levels, and when you climb a ladder, like I remember when I first got into the industry that I'm in, I was in meetings. I was getting offended by stuff. I was popping off on people. You know what I'm saying? I could have lost my job. And I think back to where I am now to then. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't in. First of all, I wasn't in a different tax bracket. I was still doing broke nigga shit pretty much. You know what I'm saying? But what people don't understand is, first of all, and I guarantee you, the entertainment is this. There's people that can make money off this beef right now. You know what I'm saying? There's people in the industry that can make money off this beef right now. You know what I'm saying? There's people that's on, whether it's clickbait, whatever it is, blah, blah, blah. People can make money off that. They don't really care about, you know,
the consequences.
The consequences. They just want to make money off it. And the same thing. So now for me, I can go to work and I can pop off and I can be like, blah, blah. But when I lose my job, I'm still sitting at home trying to find another job. You know what I'm saying? Make sure my paper right because I made a bad decision because I had a point to prove. I don't have a point. I no longer have points to prove. I don't care. Like you don't like me. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? You think I spend too much money on whatever? I don't care. You think I don't spend enough money? You think I don't whatever? I don't care. Until you sign my checks on my payroll every week, I don't care. I'm still gonna get the bag. I'm still a hustler. I'm still gonna do me. You know what I'm saying? You can learn from it. You can look, everybody can't go. This ladder's not that big. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to the top. If you want to come, you know what I'm saying? Hey, do what you do to climb that ladder. But everybody can't come.
I understand. Yeah, that's the way. Because some people gotta kind of make sure that they're moving in that way because you know that gets some of those friends and things like that. It gets some of those family out the way. You know, because you have a situation that you're trying or a point on a map on your path that you're trying to get to. And you know, hey, sometimes those people got to get up out the way with the nonsense that they be putting out there, you know. So, you know, hopefully it all resolves itself. You know, dude, you know, takes a little, you know, calm down, chill, go kick it in the guest room or something. I don't know what he need to do. He need to go do something and just hang out because he ain't really a part of that situation. You know what I'm saying? And let it be. Go
drive a Lamborghini. Like you got.
Go do something. Go do something else.
Hey, shout out to my boy Chino in the messages too, man. Appreciate you coming through. Richard, it says Richard Pagan, but you know what I'm saying? That's my dog. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Shout out to Chino out there doing his thing. So
building.
Yep. So to move on a little bit, you know, unfortunately, we got a couple divorces coming through here, man. We got Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert. They talking about they splitting after 10 years, unfortunately. And then we got Young Jeezy.
What?
He done filed for divorce on
Jenny Ma.
Yeah, said she up out of there too. So I mean, what now based on these two, right? So what do you feel? What does this make like Beyonce and Jay-Z situation look like? You know what I'm saying? Because you got these people that's done well, right? You know what I'm saying? Had a few years, especially like Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert for a while, man. That's 10 years. That's a good time to be up in there. But like as of hip hop related, R&B related, celebrity relationships, does that give more credence to the longevity, or what do you think about like Beyonce and Jay-Z compared to some of these other situations? You feel like it's a money situation? You feel like it's a celebrity situation? You think they really became a team to make moves, things of that nature? So let me, you know what I mean? So let's Roz. I'll give it to Roz. I know you're gonna so Roz.
The old man have it.
Yeah, Roz. So you know, so I know if I ask too many questions, you'll forget it. So all right, so Roz, what do you think about what I just asked?
So
you might have to reiterate. He's a little old. He probably forgot.
Shut your ass up. You know what I'm saying? So first of all, marriage is hard, real talk. And something I noticed, like, and this, I mean, I don't know if you ever noticed this, Hayes, and I know Aaliyah probably noticed it when she was married back in the Desiigner. So when you get married, the shit gets harder. People like you get shit coming at you like baseballs. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line is people throwing ass at you left and right when you get married. I don't know if it's the ring. I don't know if it's stability. I don't know what it is. But you get ass thrown at you. You know what I'm saying? And when you're at a level to where you got millions.
What happened to you, Hayes?
He said stability. He said something. It was like,
It'll
hey,
be-
it was like,
it'll be maturity.
they said somebody
Stability.
was willing to marry you.
Yeah, I mean, something must be right then. But yeah, so, but anyway, I say that to say this. I say that you know what I'm saying, marriage is not easy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not sure. I still don't know. I was trying to find out why Jeezy left, but whatever Jeezy's leaving for, he pissed off. Like he said,
I think it's something I heard.
Whatever.
I heard.
But,
well, I don't necessarily heard, but saying she did something, she may have been out in the streets a little bit or something.
Yeah, she did something he can't get over.
Because literally last week I brought up about his. Well, we were going to talk about his book and everything like that, and she put an Instagram post and was all, I love him, and he did all this and did that, and then literally 3 days later, he was like, "Get about it.
I'm out."
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
So with that, man, like real talk, like a lot of times, like for example, Tiana Taylor, husband, I'm pretty sure he in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I think he got caught in the streets before. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Iman?
Yeah,
you must not know their relationship, baby.
He got caught in the street before. Yeah.
What happened?
He got caught in the street before. Yeah, he did.
But I need you to understand, they're not breaking up because of infidelity.
Oh, why they breaking up?
She literally just said that's her best friend, a partner for life, but it ain't there. But the funny thing is, when they first started dating, she didn't look at him as someone that was, oh, I'm in love with him type thing. It was like it was a friendship, and it gradually grew. I think what happened was, we in the same circles, we doing the same thing. You got a huge crush on me. The pressure is for me to be with somebody. I want to have kids. I want to do this, yada, yada, yada. You don't seem so bad. So we start hanging out. And I don't think it was so much of I don't think her feelings for him ever grew. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like she was ever in love with him. I felt like he was just the person, like she said, her life partner, her best friend, somebody she felt safe with, somebody that provided stability, somebody that they could do their dirt together, and he was cool with it. But I think what happened as she got older, and they started going their own separate ways, unfortunately, their love for one another didn't develop into I'm deeply in love with you. It's I love you. I will always have love for you. But
and that's how I felt like even with the Jenny Mai Jeezy situation. You know, when they first started dating, it was like, oh, we just friends and blah blah blah. Then all of a sudden, boom. Yes.
No, they was like
they was dating from
they was not. Listen, dog. No, they was not. I guarantee you. I watched it. I followed that whole situation. From the get-go, whenever she announced, when she was on The View or whatever, they say, listen, y'all, you know, what's going on with y'all? Oh, we just friends. They was just friends for a minute. Regardless what y'all.
That's the standard answer, though.
Whatever. I'm just saying. They were saying they were just friends from the get-go.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna call her when I get the phone. When I get this damn call, I'll let you know. So
tell me what you say. You got to answer to come back so you can get an exclusive interview.
Yeah, we need that.
So anyway, I just thought, like I said, I just thought it was a weird, you know, opposite attract type situation or whatever. So now I am curious about what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I kind of feel like it was a situation to where maybe she played with his money. Maybe she was hiding some money. Maybe she did something shady.
No, he had a prenup.
Oh, did he? Smart man.
Yeah, they got a prenup. So that's what I'm saying. He already had money. So my question is, like you said, like I don't know, like why do you feel that they were opposites attract?
Because they were opposites. What you talking about? They straight opposites. Like, you know what I'm saying? We talk about dope boy and then, you know what I'm saying? Sweet girl, sweet news reporter, whatever.
That's a business person. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like. If you're a hustler, right? You a business person, right? You should be attracted to other business people. Like that would be the mentality or mind, right? So she got
first of all,
that she was doing business, right?
First of all,
Wouldn't
that's
that
No,
be-
she was on
bullshit.
the street
That's-
too.
that's-
She was hustling like he was hustling. They
was
had
a
a whole
bad boy
thing when they
situation.
had their little web series. She
Bad
was
boys
hustling
chat
from
good
other
girls,
people
good
hustling
girls
like
chat
they
bad
were.
boys. Pretty much how it goes.
So you feel like she was she was a princess and she wanted to find a bad boy. That's what you feel?
Good girls like bad boys like.
She was not. So back to what I was saying. She was not like that.
I'm
So
gonna call her in a minute. You don't know.
go ahead and call her. So you can get the damn story straight because
Yeah.
she was not like that at all.
How was
She
she
was
then?
in them fucking streets. She was a
How you
wild
know she was in the
child.
street? How you know she was in the streets? You know?
Child, because I watched her and Mama Ma on the damn YouTube channel because they had a YouTube
You know
channel.
how mama did what?
Like, yeah.
It's fucking old people. Give them a hearing aid. Shit.
If I'm old, your ass old. Cause you ain't that far behind, Aunt your mama.
Anyways,
Well,
but basically, I honestly feel like it's one of those things when you do have people with similar backgrounds and in the same situations, the same kind of stories. What happens is, I don't feel like he had a safe place to land with her, just like I feel like she had never, because of how soon after her failed marriage, you know what I mean, happened. I don't feel like she ever felt safe enough to be with anybody else. But it's one of those things where they say, oh, hurt people. It's not just that. Hurt people, no, unhealed people will continue to hurt people. However, at some point in time, they get to a place where they can't function until they go to further therapy, because you won't have any relationships, you won't have any friendships, you cut off your family because you can't deal with yourself and you can't deal with how they see you. And unfortunately, I feel like it was a whirlwind romance with them. He was all for, okay, this the one I'm going to lock in with this one. And like I said, if she has some trust issues, some fucked up shit going on, and her background, failed marriage, she out with a dope boy. I shouldn't call him a dope boy because he was never convicted. I'm gonna just say he was out in the streets. And I feel like she never gave him 110% like he was giving her. And because he didn't feel safe because he wasn't getting 110%, she did one thing and it was like, yo, I can't fuck with it, I'm out. So
yeah,
I mean, I hope that they were so cute together and their baby is so cute. But I get it. Sometimes it's not just about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true, especially if she has some additional baggage that she was hanging on to. It could be difficult. And like, especially if he was dealing with, you out there running the streets, you seeing people that's around that type of lifestyle, and that people can be about that dough or just trying to get you in some form of fashion. And he goes like, okay, hold up, that's not, you came at me sideways on that situation. We go ahead and cancel this because I know how people are around this money. You know what I'm saying? So that's
about to say, or it's one of those things where and I don't know. I mean, I have known a couple to have been together 7-8 years. They get married 2-3 years. They get divorced. They start seeing each other again, and next thing you know, they back together. But because it just works when they don't have that title. You know what I mean? Right. I think a lot of people in society, especially, get caught up into thinking that this fairy tale lifestyle, like somebody gonna come rescue you out the ghetto, somebody going somebody just going to pick you up and dust you off when you get released from prison, somebody these little ghetto fantasies. And I'm like, at the end of the fucking day, all stories are the same. Two people who trying to make it work. But when you got one person trying
and the other one ain't, that's
the
problem.
I'm out.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Because I'm wasting my time. And I don't want to be with somebody who's not. And then why would you want to be with somebody, who's not even making an effort? Even if I couldn't, for whatever reason, give you 110%, but I was making an effort. That should count for something. When you ain't even trying.
Yeah, that's the part that can really disrupt the relationship if the other person feels like you're not in it. Like, you know what I'm saying? If they feel like you're not in it, like the way that, you know what I'm saying? If you feel like the other person's not in it the way that you're in it, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, then that really can be disruptive to any type of relationship. But we gonna keep it pushing, man. We got another situation. We got Desiigner out here having to register as a sex offender. They were saying that it's not true, says the rapper's attorney. So this is a situation that's kind of wild out here. So, you know, reading out here on, I was on Hip Hop DX, and Desiigner having to register as a sex offender, not true, says the rapper's attorney. And so this is a situation looking like he will have to serve 2 years of probation for everything that's going on. And it said the Brooklyn native, who was recently sentenced to indecent exposure during a flight in April of 2023, was ordered to comply with the requirements of a sex offender registration and notification act in the state in which it means he resides in California, as well as serves 2 years of probation. But however, his lawyer, Ryan Gary, that may not be the case. In fact, Gary claims that Desiigner will not have to register as a sex offender. That is unless an order comes down from the state. So it feels like it may be kind of like some paperwork. You know what I mean? So I don't know if the lawyer, like, by saying that, you may have reminded them to do the paperwork. I don't know. Like, I feel like that would be the thing. But what do you think? What do you think, Roz, about this whole, you know, this sex offender thing, man? Like, you could be, if you out there, you know, showing your junk mile high, it could be a problem. You don't want to be. But see, I need doing that.
I want to know the scenario. Was he in the bathroom and just didn't lock the door, or was he in his seat playing with himself?
I mean, I feel like, yeah.
First of all,
Bras, talk to me, man.
First of all, he got bras in Atlanta, credit cards in the skin.
Panda.
So, at real talk, like, I don't feel like this man should be registered as a sex offender. It's like there's a lot of loose laws, or loose, you know,
loose booty
situations to where
loose booty out there.
Being out there going them cheap ass power characters.
Hey, so doesn't necessarily claim for you being a sex offender. For example, there's a lot of young men that are 18 that had a girlfriend when they're 17 that were, you know what I'm saying, that were 17 when they met. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, now all of a sudden I'm a sex offender because my girlfriend is a year younger than me, but when we met, she wasn't. You know,
let me give you some more details. Let me give you some more details here. The system updates remark the end of the strange case that began in April when Desiigner allegedly exposed himself multiple times while seated in the Delta One cabin where he allegedly masturbated while en route to Japan.
Maybe he was getting ready.
He did that. He did that shit. That's a long ass flight. That's 18 motherfucking hours. He did that shit.
He going to Japan and he got a song called Panda.
He did that shit.
Yeah. But what?
He forgot to close the curtain on the lay down seat.
Hey,
no. He closed the curtain, but she kept walking by because she heard him.
Yeah,
that's what happened. Because because when you, even if you
a loud masturbator. That's loud.
Yeah.
A loud masturbator. A loud.
You know, he got bras in Atlanta. He ain't got a masturbate shit. Credit cards on the scandal.
Let me tell you something. Right now. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised what people do when they think anybody watching them. Okay.
Sometimes you gotta let it swing. You know what I'm saying?
You in a whole plane. Like I'm saying. Like
he in first class.
But if y'all see those little cabin things, you got to be standing up and literally looking down in there. So that meant I didn't expose myself to you. I mean, my dick might have been out, but if you wanted to watch me masturbate, I'm going to. Do I need to? I'm telling you. Yeah, he did it.
Maybe he was
And
kicking the teeth.
whoever
he
saw
probably-
him kept looking. Whoever saw him kept looking. Because I'm gonna tell you right here, right now, when you riding them things, you minding your business.
Hey, he probably
Don't
said,
get that bullshit over here. I'm just
Oh,
saying.
all on the seat.
you know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying. I
Oh.
don't know.
Man,
said-
hey,
He said my table, my fold down table sticky.
yeah. Now he
Let
wants
me get
peanuts.
some wipes.
Yeah, he probably wants some peanuts and shit now.
Right.
Timmy, turn.
Yeah, that's
You were
bad.
looking for a burn. Kill everybody, watch.
Yeah, he probably did that. So that's a long. He did that. That's a long
Hey.
trip. Well, hey, I mean, he was over the ocean. Is it because where he left from? They hit him with the California game. Like what it was?
No,
Yeah.
I probably what it is. That's probably where he landed, or well,
He
yeah.
was going to
Where
Japan.
Oh, he's going to Japan. Then yeah, that's where the flight originated.
Yeah,
but then it also depends on where the person who complained filed. So
yeah,
that meant you got
So
to Japan,
who actually
did your
complained?
business, and came back and then filed. That
Yeah,
dick was on your mind for 2-3 weeks. You came back and filed.
that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Well, I mean, I don't know.
Karen,
I don't know. It was somebody.
Karen.
Karen.
Yeah.
Man.
Maybe she wanted to ride that train. And he was like, no. And
That's
then
possible.
that's what happened.
That's possible.
So, could have been happening. One of them things. But anyways, we gonna designer. Hey man, don't be in you know what I'm saying.
Go in the bathroom like everybody else do.
Don't do that, man. That's not cool.
Stop
That's
being
not a cool
dumb.
thing to do. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you gotta. Hey, you need to get it where you get it.
I mean, you don't need to, but I mean, you know, maybe you wanted to. Maybe it's one of those things. But you know, somebody that would have helped him out with that.
Who that?
Sexxy Red. We about to talk about Sexxy Red. Sexxy Red is the first artist ever to top TikTok and Billboard's newly launched Top 50 chart. So Sexxy Red is out here, you know what I'm saying? Ski. You know what I'm saying? She don't ski heat and all that other jazz, you know what I'm saying? So ski heat, you know what I mean? So they had the inaugural leader of the Billboard and TikTok joint Top 50 chart that just launched. And Sexxy Red was the first artist ever to top that chart. So she is out here getting money. You know what? I read this article and I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna actually listen to her album, and I was sad.
I'm glad you did.
And I was like, oh, this is not good. But and I was like, because I mean, there's songs on there that sound like a mixtape, right? So it sounds like something she created
Pre-recorded.
prior. Yeah, it was created prior to her getting on, right? And they just said, hey, we need to put an album together real quick. Let's put this out and put that on the album, because you can hear the progression of, hey, that came from making it out of the closet, and then this was like, oh, the studio, and then this is like, oh, this is the closet. And then this one's the studio. Oh, we got Nicki Minaj and things like that. And then so you can kind of hear when it's more crisp and you have a producer in there that's saying, hey, say that line again. You can say that better. It needs to be smoother. It needs to be on tempo like this. And these are like, you have somebody in there. Then you have other things where it was just like, yo, you wrote that down. Say that junk. And they're like, we gon' be in the game, though. We need know what the name, like, and you be like, oh, that should be really tighter, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you put a whole album out, that should be tighter. You should practice that a couple times before you jump in the booth and say it. You know what I'm saying? So there was
How many
things.
times when we're in the studio, dog, and somebody coming in like, I'm the hottest rapper alive?
You be like, nah,
and he be like, no, player.
nah, you not, like,
Yeah,
you ain't even on beat. Like,
you rhymed 3 words that didn't even rhyme.
So after listening to it, I was like, okay, she had some stuff in there. Like, she had the one that, like, Ain't My Fault, kind of had the Silk the Shocker joint on there. Ain't My Fault. I was like, okay, it was more or less resonated with me because I liked that song back in the day. And he was like, okay, and it stayed on beat and the flow kind of went together. But she had other stuff on there that sound like
trash.
It was her and her cousin that was like, we about to
It
wrap this real
was.
quick. You know what I'm saying? And with a
It
tape recorder
was.
and whatnot. But what do you think about Sexxy Red being the new leader of the female movement in hip hop? There, Aaliyah. She's speaking for you.
She not. She not. She is not. And I don't believe out of all these people, even the newer hip hop artists,
Yeah.
there are, again, I'm back on the whole IG and YouTube. This is a young girl out of Tennessee, St. Louis, somewhere down in near one of them parts in and around there. Feel like Memphis is where she's from.
Okay.
Got bars, can stay on beat.
Yeah.
Shit tight. But as she was rapping, she was even saying the industry is, they not looking at people who look like her, because she still look. I mean, she look a little manly, but that's okay. I mean, we love everybody.
What's her name?
That's all.
I don't remember. But when I find the clip, I'll send it to y'all.
Gotcha.
But she's one of these ones where, like you said, she looked up to Eve. She said she looked up to, Nikki, like when she first came on, some other folks, and she's pretty much explaining like she knows she's not the industry standard. And I know Young M.A. went out with the same thing. You know what I mean? She's like, she's not getting the credence that she deserves, and it's hard to go in a studio and you want me to be on this label and I'm doing all of this work to put out a product, and you're stopping my product for other people. You're not giving me the support I need because you're giving it to other people, and they shit because they look a certain way or because they're puppets. And I feel like until we see an industry or a person in the industry who can who allow artists to be artists, we gonna continue to listen to trash. Well, y'all are, because I'm
the thing, only thing that I have on that, right? So Young M.A., super flow, she nice with it, all that good stuff, right? So you had somebody similar to her that kind of glammed up, even though she was in kind of the same boat as Young M.A., and that was the Brat. The Brat, same kind of boat. She kind of said, I'm gonna glam up a little bit, and I'm gonna hit him with the same deal. She's doing the same thing Young M.A. doing, and she kind of glammed up the game. And she said, I know what the game is. So if this is the game, I'm not gonna go surpass what I feel is comfortable, but I'm gonna glam it up enough that you be like, oh man, that's a pretty ass tomboy. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I mean, that girl, like, okay, she's so because at least like you had to get everybody to be like, like, you want to have that, even male and female artists, you want to have those be attractive to the opposite sex, not only their sex, if that's what they're into. Right. You want to have both people go,
it's only two sexes, but
like,
okay.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, that's what you want, because then that includes more people, and you try to get sales, and it's marketing and all that other stuff. So I feel like that's sometimes a lot of there's a business to the artistry. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's where a lot of artists fail as artists. You're only an artist as long as you control your work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
After then, you're a puppet.
As soon as you try to make that money.
That mean, when I say that, I mean you're gonna tap dance for every check you get.
I mean, until you get to a point, and then you.
But you got it. But you got it. You see what I'm saying? Like, I just mean that when, all right, who's an independent artist out right now? Somebody who can do no wrong. They can do whatever the fuck they want. They go in the booth and just do whatever. Say Jay-Z. Let's take him out. Jay-Z on his shit though. So because he owns his shit,
Yeah, always. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Because he owns his shit, he can get in there and do what the fuck he want to do.
Yeah.
You look at other artists that's in that. Lil Wayne for a while.
Yeah, he couldn't.
For a while, because we still waiting on Carter albums because that was a deal that he signed. But for a while, Lil Wayne could go in that motherfucking. You know what I mean?
But I would also say males don't really have to. I would say you can have an ugly male artist. Like, hey, I mean, Craig Mack. Flavor in Your Ear was a banger, dog. Like, but Craig Mack was not that dude. But it was different, you know what I'm saying? So Roz, man, like Roz, what do you think about, like, you know what I'm saying, that situation? Like, do you feel Yeah, like how do you feel about this the female and like
So-
Sexy Red now being kind of the face right now, this new wave?
But that's the thing, bro. Bro, I'm puzzled. You know what I'm saying? And I'm puzzled by Sexy Red.
She do look like Young Thug though.
Yeah, she do.
Straight up.
She like a bad
Stripper
version.
turn rappers. That's the gimmick right now.
And then you got, Ice Spice, who's lyrically,
She can't even dance.
she lyrically, it's garbage. You know what I'm saying? If we ever have her on the show, I apologize, Mama, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
You got to stand in that.
I'm stand by it, but I'm just gonna be like, lyrically, it is what it is.
Trash.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally heard a verse that Sexy Red said. She said, "My booty hole brown,
Yeah.
my pussy is pink, and ain't nobody ever told me that my pussy stink." Like, what? That's a lyric? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't believe she got on Al Gore internet and lied like that.
but on top of all
Nobody
that,
told her. Nobody
You got-
told her.
They don't mean it don't. She just nobody told.
Nobody told her. That's what I'm saying.
it's we gotta say about it. I don't know what it is. And it's like it's more than her. There's another rapper that's like what's the other one that she had a song with?
Oh yeah, they got a whole squad. I don't know, like some of the other features.
It's like a genre now. It's ratchet trap or whatever the hell it is.
I don't know.
But
I was listening to reggae. I was listening to dance hall music earlier today. Struggling to put this fucking IKEA thing. But it's funny. I was wound up talking to one of my homies, and he's just like, "Oh, what you doing? I'm putting this together. Oh, I'm listening to music. Oh, what you listening to?" And I was like, "Dance hall." He's like, I was like, "Yeah, like I can't listen to music today. That shit legitimately gives me a fucking headache. I can't. It hurts my fucking head because I'm like, what?" It just literally sounds like everybody is. I'm gonna like you on that fucking Ritalin, ain't you? You on that shit because everybody sound like they on Ritalin. Like
everybody's
they slow. Like
everybody's medicated.
That shit not cool. Everybody sound like they on drugs or they moving in slow motion or whatever the hell they doing. And I'm like, there is no way this is a whole genre of music. There's no way this is hip hop right now.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. So Roz, man, finish your thoughts, sir.
I just gotta feel like
I thought he was. My bad.
So I really feel like remembering being in the studio and you know how we were. You know what I'm saying? You write and you be like, you'll say something, you be like, no, that's stupid. That's garbage. You know what I'm saying? But nobody has that filter no more. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you have to say what the fuck ever. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't just go in the studio. Like, first of all, I don't think people go in the studio. I think they write the shit in the car, but like, oh, this is gonna be fire. But
and they record it.
And they record it. It's like, but I do remember at Microfire, you know what I'm saying? We would tell each other that's tight or not. Oh, that's hot. No, it ain't. Man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have somebody. You gotta have quality control.
And I was not. I was for sure not a rapper. I was nothing but make beat producer. And I would literally have to be like, "Hey, does this sound like anything?" Because y'all was the rappers, and I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna do something and let me know if this is okay."
Yeah, but you gotta have quality control. Yeah, and it's like it seems like these days nobody has, and I think no quality control is what's selling. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say like for a perfect example. Y'all remember JJ Fad? And they had that song. They were like, "I'm
Supersonic, baby."
Yeah, and they said nothing, and people went with it.
That was the end of the song, though.
But
they said a lot of stuff before they got to that part.
To say this though, I say that's
what that beat was hard though.
Supersonic is what's going on right now. People are not saying shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but hey, for example, I listened to a song with Young Thug and Chris Brown, and he threw the word orange peel in there. He threw the word orange peel in there so he can have something to rhyme to it, the next verse. But it had nothing to do with the verse at all. He was like, orange peel. You know what I'm saying? Listen to it. I forgot what song it is. I'll pick it up.
A Young Thug and Chris Brown.
Yeah, I don't think they got that many songs.
Yeah, it was Young Thug.
I didn't know they had one together.
I think it was Young Thug and Chris Brown.
Let's see.
Hold on.
Do they have a song together?
But hey, all you gotta do is put Orange Peel.
Yeah,
that shit come up.
Slime and B.
No, that ain't it.
Okay.
That ain't it.
That's what it is. I'm just on here searching.
I'm telling you what song it is. You gonna listen to it, you gonna be like, damn, how you throw that in there? You know what I'm saying?
What like Animal, Stolen, Say You Love Me. I ain't trying.
I got you.
I don't care.
They got all the many songs together.
I mean, this may be. I don't know if that's what album is this?
I'm gonna tell you what song it is right now.
Please do, because I ain't know they had songs together.
It might not have been Chris. I always think it's Chris Brown.
I know him and Usher got song together.
It could have been. It could have been Usher.
I know him and Jackie got song together. I like that one too. Yeah, yeah.
No, they did a whole
Hey.
album together. They did a whole album together in 2020.
No, it's Young Thug and Chris Brown. Go crazy.
Really?
Listen to Go Crazy. Go Crazy. He pops
Go Crazy.
Yeah,
That's
Go Crazy
in there. Yeah.
Yeah, he says Orange Peel out of nowhere. And I had to go back and read. I'm like, did he say Orange Peel? But it was just random. But as a lyricist, as an artist, as a writer, when you see that, you know what I'm saying? When I listen to songs, automatically I'm listening to lyrics. You know, I'm not just listening to, you know, I'm not caught up in the whole hype or whatever. And Hayes will tell you when we did music, if Hayes put out a beat, I had a hook for it. Boom, we got a hook. So guess what? Now the artist got a right to it. So as a writer and as an artist, you catch stuff when you listen to stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now it's to the point where you listen to these rappers these days, and it's guarded like, what the hell is going on here? Like, what did she just say, and why she thought that was tight? Something that like the chick that was rapping with Sexxy Red said that she wanted to fuck Joe Biden. I'm like, what? Like, I want to Joe Biden. I want to give him some head or some shit. I'm like, wait a minute, like, what the fuck is? Where have we become to now? Like, she might throw up. Like, what have we come to now? Well, this is hot. You know what I'm saying?
That's the fire verse.
Every Ice Spice song I've ever heard sounds the same to me. Yeah. She a hottie. She a hottie, and she doing her thing. She a hottie, and she just bought a ring. She a hottie, and she standing in the rain. Shut the fuck up! Every song.
It's kind of, you know, I mean, I would say, like, as a hip hop, you know, we got people out there old school, and they always gonna call us old heads and things of that nature. You got people out here like you know, Exhibit and stuff like that that says, hey, hip hop has become a mockery of itself. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate that the artistry of hip hop, because there was a point where you had it started out as party music, then you had it shift into, okay, now we're gonna tell a story, right? So now we're telling a story. So you had dudes like Slick Rick doing his thing, telling a story, right? Then you came into like, okay, now we're gonna tell the ghetto story, which was more like the 90s. 90s was straight up, we're gonna give you what's really happening. NWA, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature, what kind of happened. Then we started partying again in the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying?
Partying with a little bit of money.
Party with the money. We was getting paid. We started getting paid. We went from being broke. Now we was like upper middle class. So everybody was like, "Yo, we can come to the crib, party a little bit." And now we've got to the point of just ridiculous. Instead of telling people not to use drugs, we are on used drugs, and we have too much money for ourselves, and we getting paid for no reason. So it's like it's kind of like gradually changed, and the artistry of the music has died away because you have artists like Nas that can come back at any time. He just turned 50
the other day too.
He can come back at any time and drop an album, and he's the best rapper out.
Like, oh man,
you know what I'm saying? Like it's just one of those things that's kind of it's kind of wild out there to think that you can have a 50-year-old Nas drop an album and he's the best dude. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, that Nas album is fire, and there's nobody out there that can touch his
Mhm.
album. You know what I'm saying? So it is you know, unfortunately, hip hop is in that world right now. And then those artists that do have the artistry aren't getting the shine like back in the day. It used to be like back in the day,
Kendrick Lamar
somebody
and
was fire with their verses,
Cole.
they would rise
J.
to the
Cole.
top. They would rise to the top. They'd be like, okay, we're gonna get you the best producers. We're gonna get you this. We're gonna get you that because your verses are fire, and we need
Yep.
people to hear those. Now that's not the thing. They're actually pushed to the bottom, and it's like being, you know what I'm saying, underground artist now. If you got fire lyrics,
Because these kids don't know what the hell they talking about.
yeah,
Like when
And they're saturating the market because it's like I remember a few years back, it's before like right before COVID, J. Cole's like second, maybe his third album, but I feel like it was his second album got nominated for a Grammy. I figured out who Kevin Gates was when he was sitting in the Grammys waiting on because he got nominated, and I'm like, who the fuck is that? Like,
yeah,
but you know what I'm saying? But huh?
So Kevin Gates go hard though.
He do, but that's what I'm saying. But at the time, he was relatively unknown until he at the Grammys, and then you're all sitting there wondering, like, you ever get those? You ever see on the Grammys? There's always somebody who's nominated in the category, and you're just like, who the fuck is that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you go to Google them, and then you're like, oh, okay, like this, I like that song. Damn, this motherfucking music, this album tight. And then when you compare it to. Not even when you compare their music to whoever else they were nominated with in the category, you like, how the fuck he didn't win? What is happening?
It's a popularity contest.
I remember the year Ed Sheeran had won for like best new artist. Everybody said, "Who the fuck is that?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But when you look at his album as a whole, because that's what they do, he had the like least guest features on it or something. He was on every instrument that like most of the album played. He did all his lyrics. He wrote his songs, and I'm like, that man put literal blood, sweat, and tears in that motherfucking album. He birthed that. Y'all motherfuckers got 20 goddamn producers and 15, collabs and all this other stuff going on. So when you look at it in that scheme, when you look at the criteria, you look at the nominees, and then you look at how each were selected and then what each did.
Right.
It's not a popularity contest.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Yes, it's unfortunate that it's kind of gone that way with a lot of the stuff, So, but I think everybody, man, that's the news of the week for this week. And my co-host, aka Mr. Make It Happen, he about to make this What You Think About That happen right now. You know what I'm saying? So what you got for us this week on the What You Think About That? Mr.
So first of all, first of all, what you think about that is brought to you by LGI Fitness. All day, go and get your fitness apparel on. You know what I'm saying? Get your comfort on.
I did 20 push-ups before this segment.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. You got to stay swole on it. So listen,
also, get you a Mid Ketchup podcast shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
we out
man.
here. We out
representing.
Yeah, representing.
Also, check out my cousin, Rather Unique Barbershop, if you happen to be in the Tampa area. You know what I'm saying? So we representing. Go ahead.
Well, let me get out here and get me some sponsors. Let me see
let's go. Look. All right, let's go. All right. So anyway, so we did talk about today, man. Kind of want to see what y'all think about that. Tory Lanez, his bond got denied. You know what I'm saying? My baby mama, you know what I'm saying, got him on some shit. So I just kind of feel like I want to get y'all opinion on his bond denial and which I think how you think is things are gonna go moving forward for Tory Lanez. You think it governs like you think it's the denial is good to go, or how do y'all feel about that? What you think about that? Hayes, what you think about that?
Now for the bond denial, this is my only thing. Wasn't he already like sentenced for his deal, right? Didn't he already get sentenced for Meg Thee Stallion situation? Yes. And he's supposed to be going to jail anyway. So I'm wondering like what the relevancy of the bond situation is.
I think he's about to be. He's what do you call it when you go back and say, okay, well,
is it due to the fact that he's doing he's trying to get the sentence
Yeah,
change up that he's appealing
yeah.
the sentence.
Yeah, it's appeal. Yes.
All right,
He has an appeal.
I mean, I feel like the thing is, with him being convicted, with it being a weapon and hurt relate type of charge that he got convicted of, I probably would say somebody that out there that physically harms somebody in any way probably need to stay where they can't physically harm nobody. That would just be my perspective on the situation. Like, so I understand them going like, nah, you don't need that, and the deny of the bond for the 10-year sentence that he got for. I mean, the 10-year sentence is for shooting Meg the Stallion pinky toe off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't be able to get out there and shoot more pinky toes, dog. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be like, if you a burglar and they be like, all right, this is what we gonna do. You can now visit all jewelry stores. And you be like, dang, that's what really gonna make me try to burglar. You know what I mean? Like, burgle. That's the word. You gonna have me out here burgling. You know what I mean? You don't want to have everybody out there.
I might be tipsy, but I don't think
burgle.
I might be tipsy, but I don't think that's a word.
Burglar.
I feel like burgle works. Burglarization.
Burglarize.
That nigga said steal shit. This is going.
Yeah, there you go. Steal it. There you go.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, anyway, I ain't that got them tipsy. I know that.
But I feel like that falls in that. I feel like that falls in that category. You don't want somebody out there with the possibility, knowing that they've already presented that they are capable of shooting pinky toes off. Probably not. You know what I'm saying?
Like, for me, now, real talk, like, I like Meg Thee Stallion, I'm cool with that shit, but I felt bad that the dude got 10 years or whatever, how many he got. You know what I'm saying? Over pinky toe. Pinky toe, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey. Look, if your wife got her pinky toe shot off, what would you think that person should get?
I'm like, pinky toes grow back.
But they grow back.
They don't. When it's all said and done, honestly, really and truly, he got 10 years for shooting off a pinky toe. You got people who literally get fucking 4 or 5 years of probation and community service for sexual crimes.
True.
You know what I mean? That be the bullshit.
Yeah.
So then what would be the fix? Are you saying now he should be down to probation, or should the sexual crimes be 10 years?
No, the sexual crime should be increased.
Well, then that's a whole different argument.
Right. And here's the thing. I feel like that people are more quick to, and we'll take Desiigner because that's who we were talking about. They saying, oh, Desiigner exposed himself. I guarantee you it's some motherfucking Karen who didn't like the fact that his pants was around his fucking kneecaps because that's what the young kids wear. I can guarantee you that's the situation. Now, not unless they caught him.
But also, if there was some kids in first class, that's creepy too, though.
That is. But
I'm just saying,
if you in your little pod doing your business, your kids shouldn't be looking over my seat. But whatever.
But real talk, like, we didn't talk about this.
No. Let me finish. What I'm saying is, he should have. Yeah. All right. Yes, you got sentenced to 10 years. You had your sentence in here, and we all know you're going to do 10 years. I can understand if it was you going to do the hard 6, and then you eligible for, then you're eligible for parole. Now, if he was trying to get that, let me do 3, let me do 4. Now, if he was bargaining, you know what I'm saying? I could. It's not that I'm not going to go to jail. Can we do 2 or 3, 3 or 4? And then let me do the rest in, community service or probation, something like that. That makes sense. We don't know. I feel like unfortunately, Tory Lanez is the example, if you will, of how. And I say
people. I'm just saying example, like.
Hear me out. I feel like he's the person where they like, we tired of this shit. We not going to stand for this shit. This, that, and the other. At the end of the day, he was a black man who fired a weapon, and for them mentally, or we're trying to let you know that no matter how much money you got, we can still knock you off that pedestal. That's what I feel like.
I got a question real quick.
Okay.
All right. Question. Should we be for the protecting our women, right? Because that's always been a thing. protecting our black women, right? Shouldn't we be like, hey, niggas shouldn't be shooting people? You shouldn't be shooting our black women. Get that motherfucker the book because they need to know not to be touching the black women because they are precious beings compared to, hey man, this dude, this dude should be just like whatever. I'm just saying the whole like, you know what I mean? It's one of those where you're trying to make sure that
first of all,
both ends. I believe you.
I did. I said that. I said we shouldn't be shooting our black women, especially Megan Thee Stallion.
I mean, probably nobody. I think we should not be shooting anybody. But
nobody. No. So
I mean, well, I guess if they do bad things.
So I feel like this though. First, let's go back to Desiigner real quick. Do you know how much a first class ticket costs? I don't know.
Depending on the airline.
Yeah. Shit's like $4,000 or $5,000 for a damn first class ticket.
Not on the Legion, though. Not on the Legion.
Probably $2,000 on the Legion. I'm jacking off.
And
if you're going to Japan, you might
you going to Japan.
Or American.
At least you don't go to. At least you don't go to Japan. It might go to Mississippi, but that's about it. Listen, if you going to Japan on first class, that shit probably cost you like 10 G's. I'm jacking off in first class. I'm telling you that shit now. And I want an extra orange juice. But hey, soon I get on the plane, I want a motherfucking Mai Tai.
Hey, I'm cutting that. I'm cutting that down, and
I want extra pretzels on that shit.
It's like the Mint Ketchup podcast.
Hey, 10 G's.
Caveat out there.
First class, 10 G's. I earned the right to drink out
First we had Desiigner, and now we about to have Resigner. That's about to be in
I might sing Timmy Turner on top of that while I'm doing Timmy Turner. He was looking for a burner. Kill everybody walking. Shut your ass up, Mark.
They're gonna hear you in them flexi cuffs so fucking fast. When I tell you, homeboy gonna be in the flexi cuffs. He's gonna be the only one in first class that don't move. They gotta have to empty the plane.
Don't call me. Look,
everybody walking. I'm like, call my dog.
Look, I'll be like,
hey, they got your boy, dog. They got your boy.
I'll be like, I guess they got you. Because I'll be like, that was a bad call, player.
Hey, look, I can't hear you.
I know not to call you, but I'm calling Aaliyah because she about the shits. She
may believe you.
I be like, Aaliyah, they got your dog. Where you at? They got me first class. Me and Timmy turn out this bitch.
Yeah, but I'm telling you right now, you better have your lawyer text me because I don't answer the phone.
They got me and Timmy turn out this bitch.
I don't know no Timmy Turner.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shoot, sounds like we figured it out. Not really, but it sounds like we figured it out. So, that's kind of what we thought about that whole situation, man. Like, make sure you get your stuff squared away. Don't shoot people in their toes. That's all I'm saying. Just don't shoot people. That's what I would say. If you don't want to be denied bail in the future, don't shoot anybody. That would be.
There was something on Instagram. Probably sometime last week, I think I saw it, where it was basically a situation where a female wound up getting arrested because her and the guy had got into it. The guy trying to film, she's filming what the girl is doing.
Right.
This car ran it, like he was literally standing there looking at the scratch when she came out the background, almost ran him over. It was a whole deal. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. We don't know the whole story. I don't know what he did to her. I don't know what happened, what transpired, whatever it was. But all in the comments, everybody kept saying, "Oh, they're making a joke, right? They're making jokes." I need people to understand that men are abused as well. Men are abused as well.
Yeah.
And it happens. And if somebody and I literally had to say this to a friend, where I had a friend who would send me messages each and every time him and his wife got into it. He sent me pictures. He'll send me video clips. He said, if something happened to me, I want you to know this is what happened. Nigga, call them up
that's wild.
But it wasn't for me. At that point in time, he felt he couldn't go to the cops. He really felt he couldn't go to the cops and report it. And for what, maybe it was his ego, maybe it was just a thing. He just felt like they're not taking me serious.
Right.
He said, because if I put my hands on her, I'm
Right.
going to jail, and I got too much to lose.
That is true. That is always the thing.
Getting these, you being men in general, generalization, getting these situations where they're with women who take advantage of the situation. I've seen it happen. I've raised men to understand. Let me tell you something. We're not with that bullshit. Don't put your hand on the girl. That little motherfucker put her hands on you. Pull her hair. Drag that hoe by her hair to the teacher. To the teacher. Hey, get your fucking friend. Get your homie. So I put my hands on her.
That's not coming from me or Razim. That's coming from a woman that is saying that.
That's coming from me. That's coming from me. And I say that because y'all are men with y'all have children. Y'all got sons. Your son come to you and be like, you see him beat about the face. Yeah, she put her hand, we got into it. She did da 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 da. What you gonna say to him?
I'll be like, yo,
whip that trick. Whip that trick.
No, I'll be like, call you need to stay here and call that joint today, man, because she wild. Like, that's what I'll be like.
Call your sister.
Like, why you?
Y'all first immediate reaction will be like, call your sister. Because y'all feel like in that instance, so first of all, putting a hand on your child. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's putting their hand on your child. You already got a problem. You know you can't step into that motherfucker arena. And then you also know, hey, call your sister, yada, yada, yada. Yeah. Here's the thing with that. You are not around your kids 24/7 to know all that they do. You hope that you have the relationship with your child that they will come to you and feel comfortable enough talking to you. Because 70 to 80% of the time, most people who are involved in domestic violence disputes, they are embarrassed to talk about the situation.
Yeah.
They already know it's wrong. They already know it's out of pocket. They already know this is that and the other. I will hope that you stop wasting your energy on trying to figure out what people would think and what people would say, what people would do, and figure your way out of that situation. Yeah. It does not get no better.
For sure.
It will escalate. Yeah, he might be, he just pushed me around, to, he just smacked me around. He only hit me that one time. He only do it when he drinks. She only do it when she drinks. She only do it when she mad. Change the fucking narrative because it goes both ways. Get out the situation.
All right. Well, if you happen to be in one of those situations, and look, this falls right into the next segue. If you happen to be in one of those situations and you feel like you can't get out, and you feel like you can't talk to nobody, you feel like you can't call the cops, and you feel like you can't talk to anybody at all, and you feel embarrassed about the situation, you feel like, hey, the only way to get out is to hurt yourself. Hey, man, call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 800-273-TALK, 800-273-8255. It doesn't matter if, you're a male in a situation, female in a situation. We don't want anybody to go through anything that they haven't touch all the bases to be able to get out of and be able to fix the situation. You can't fix it if you're not here. Everything can be fixed and everything can be adjusted. It may just be changing the environment, maybe just be changing the people out there, maybe changing who you're dealing with or whatever. You may have to make some decisions that you gotta do to make the situation better, but there's always something that can be done to be able to help out the situation. So if you do feel like you're stuck, you're trapped, and you can't get away from anything, and you feel like you can't get away from the emotions or the situation is feeling overwhelming, just make sure you talk to friends, family, or if you don't have that, or they're not helping you the way that you feel like you need to be helped, make sure you hit the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 800-273-TALK, 800-273-8255. We're trying to help people out here, you know what I'm saying? Our fellow military members as well, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to help people out here and make sure that they're doing all right and they're getting taken care of going through whatever they're going through. Well, hey man, it's been another fantastic week. We talked a lot of shit. We drank some drinks. We figured out that you know what I'm saying, like shoot pinky toes off, possibly get 10 years. That's kind of crazy. that you can be a sex offender or maybe not a sex offender. But I'm pretty sure on an international flight, if you pull your wing out and you start shooting on people,
that's a wing.
I don't think that's a good thing. Like, I don't think that's a popular way to go about
The
it.
wing?
So probably not do that. Well, he's going to look. All I said Wayne because I don't want to say it because it may be offensive to anybody. Little Wayne,
chicken
Little
wing,
Wayne, little chicken wing, all the different types of Wayne, I guess. You would in that situation. Don't pull it out. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. So we talked about that, and so everybody.
Unless you paid a lot of money for your ticket.
Unless you own the plane, unless you literally the only person on the plane, that is your plane. I guess you know what I'm saying. You can do it that way. But we really appreciate y'all coming out, hanging out with us. Make sure that you click subscribe, hit the bell, join the groups, do all that good stuff. You can find me at Lofton_Hayes MKP on whatever it's called now, X or Twitter. Also, you can find me at Hayes Adonis on Instagram. Rajim, where can I find you?
Hey, LGI Fitness Apparel on IG. He the author also on IG, Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Look for your boy, holler at me. You know what I'm saying? I do what I do. You know what
all right. And Leah, talk to me. Where can they find you? Somewhere at home?
You find me in the club, bottle full of bud.
Because that was literally in my mind, and I was like, "That's not what he asked me."
I didn't ask for lyrics. I was asking.
I'm in
the all right. Well,
I'm about to say I'm on all the social platforms.
She's so
Leah Green. Just in face.
She's so famous that she can be Googled. You know what I'm saying? She just Google her. You know what I mean? But once again, man, we appreciate y'all. It was great to go through another hour and a half with my friends and family right here. We really appreciate y'all. Mid Ketchup Podcast. Once again, we here for y'all.
Not gang signs.
See y'all next week. We'll be here. Man, send us some topics. Y'all see something out there, man? Send us some topics. Hit it up. Click subscribe. Do all that good stuff, man. We really need it. We want to make sure that we keep pushing forward on all the platforms. So we'll check y'all out later. Next Sunday, live, 6 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna be here. We talk to you later.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
We out.
What's up? It's the MKP. It's the MKP. Rajim in the building. It's the MKP. We got a Leah in the building. Mr.